Action. 'Twas a balmy summer evening, and a goodly crowd was there, which well nigh filled Joe's barroom in the corner of the square, and songs and witty stories came through the open door. A vagabond crept slowly in and posed upon the floor. Where did it come from? Someone said. The wind has blown it in. What does it want? Cried another. Some whiskey, rum, or gin? Here, Toby, seek him. If your stomach's equal to the Turk, I wouldn't touch him with a fork. He's filthy as a Turk. This bondage the poor wretch took with stoical good grace. In fact, he smiled as though he thought he struck the proper place. Come, boys, I know there's a kindly heart among so good a crowd. To be in such company would make a deacon proud. Give me a drink, that's what I want. I'm out of funds, you know, but when I had cash to treat the gang, this hand was never slow. What, you laugh, as though you thought this pocket never held a sou? I once was well fixed, boys, as any one of you. There, thanks. That's braced me nicely. God bless you one and all. Next time I pass this saloon, I'll make another call. Give you a song? No, I can't do that. My singing days are past. My voice is cracked, my throat's worn out, my lungs are going fast. Say, give me another whiskey and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you a funny story. In fact, I promise, too, that I was ever a decent man. Not one of you would think, but I was some 4 or 5 years back. Hey, give me another drink. Fill her up, Joe. I want to put some life into my frame. Such little drinks to a bum like me are miserably tame. 5 fingers, there, that's the scheme. And cork and whiskey, too. Well, here's luck, boys, and landlord, my best regards to you. You treated me pretty kindly, and I'd like to tell you how I come to the dirty sot you see before you now. As I told you, once I was a man with muscle, frame, and health, but for a blunder might have made considerable wealth. I was a painter, not one that dabbed on bricks and wood, but an artist, and for my age was noted very good. I worked hard at my canvas, and bidding was fair to rise, for gradually I saw the star of fame before my eyes. I made a picture, perhaps you've seen it, called The Chase of Fame. It brought me 1,500 pounds and added to my name. And then I met a woman. And now comes the funny part. With eyes that petrified my brain and sunk into my heart. Why can't you laugh? 'Tis funny that a vagabond you see could ever love a woman and expect her love for me. 'Twas so, and for a month or two her smiles were freely given, and when her loving lips touched mine, it carried me to heaven. Did you ever see a woman for whom your soul you'd give, with a form like Venus Milo, too beautiful to live, with eyes that would beat the Kohinoor and a wealth of chestnut hair? If so, 'twas she, for never was another so fair. I was working on a portrait one afternoon in May of a fair-haired boy, a friend of mine who lived across the way, and Madeline admired it, and much to my surprise, said she'd like to know the man who had such dreamy eyes. It didn't take long to know him, and before the month was flown, my friend had stolen my darling, and I was left alone. And ere a year of misery had passed above my head, the jewel I had treasured and so tarnished was dead. That's why I took the drink, boys. Why, I never saw you smile. I thought you'd be amused and laughing all the while. Why, what's the matter, friend? There's a teardrop in your eye. Come, laugh. Like me. It's only babies and women that cry. Say, boys, if you give me another whiskey, I'd be glad. And I'd draw here a picture of the face that drove me mad. Give me that piece of chalk in which you draw the baseball score, and you shall see the lovely Madeline upon the barroom floor. Another drink. And with the chalk in his hand, the vagabond began to sketch a face that well might buy the soul of any man. Then, as he placed another lock upon the shapely head, with a frightful shriek he leapt and fell across the picture, dead.
What's it called?
The face on the barroom floor.